Today I wanted to speak about pink noise mixing, and I wanted to look into pink noise, grey noise and brown noise to see which one might be the most appropriate for mixing drum and bass, and see if you can actually use grey noise and brown noise or whether it doesn't work at all. I'll just play you a little burst now so you can hear it. So what makes pink noise interesting is that it actually has equal power per octave. So even though it looks flat on this analyzer at the moment, that's because the slope that I've got. If I put it flat, we can see that pink noise actually has a lot more energy in the low end. And if you were to measure one octave, let's say 40 to 80 hertz, and then you were to measure 4,000 to 8,000, it would have the same amount of energy in each because it's equal power per octave. When I actually use my analyzer, I tilt it so that pink noise looks flat, which really helps me to balance things when I'm mixing. But you'll see we've also got grey noise. And you can see it's got a huge burst of low end, tucked mids, and then loads of top end. So we'll see if that can work. And then the final one is brown noise. So you can see we've got bass and not much tops at all there. I'm going to do a pink noise mix, a grey noise mix and a brown noise mix and see which one gives me the best balance of all of my different elements. And then I'm going to compare the results at the end. It's just an experiment just for fun. If you're new to pink noise mixing, I'm totally happy to go through that in full depth. Like if you wanted me to do a video on pink noise mixing or a blog post, let me know in the comments. But I'm just going to do this experiment for today just to have fun and see what happens. So I'm going to give it a try and we'll compare the results at the end. All right, let's go. Okay, that should be my pink noise balance now. So if I play all of these back, pretty well balanced overall. I quite like it. Let's see if it's clipping or not. That's another good thing about the pink noise is you can set your level nice so that you've got loads of headroom. So when it gets mastered, that can turn up a bit and have a nice overall volume. Okay, let's bounce that out and see. That'll be our first one, just a pink noise test, and we'll try the others and see what we get at the end. Let's go. I'm very excited. Check out mattchapmanaudio.com for mixing and mastering, one-to-one music production blogs, and exclusive content in the store. That's mattchapmanaudio.com. Okay, this time it'll be the grey noise mix. Okay, that should be it for the grey noise mix. And we'll go one last time now and do a brown noise mix. With the brown noise. Okay, so I did all the mixes. We can see here that I've got the pink noise mix, the grey noise mix, and the brown noise mix, and they've got no plugins on or anything at all. I'm going to make sure that the master is completely clean. So these are just analyzers, and we'll just leave the ones that we're going to look at for the mix. So maybe these two here, Vision and Span, and we can check out how these mixes stand up to each other and whether it actually works or not to use these other types of noises for mixing and what the result will be. So I'm excited to find out. We'll just go up head to head and we'll do a little test. So this first one is going to be the pink noise mix. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the music and the drums are balanced pretty well. The sub's really prominent. The only problem with that technique is it lacks a little bit of high end, so it could have just pushed the high end a little bit further. But pink noise is a classic mixing technique for a reason. It kind of gives me a good balanced starting point, and I'm already thinking I like how that sounds. That's probably the one I'll use. But let's check out what grey noise did and see what's up. Okay, so if you've got any elements with a grey noise mix that are just sub, you have to push them super loud to hear them across all the grey noise, and then it becomes wild. So there's one sub thing in there which is crazy, but the top end's pretty nice. You could kind of do a thing where you like turn on the grey noise if you're balancing top end elements like shakers, snares or breaks, and use that to get a little bit of level. That could be an interesting technique maybe, but overall, it can cause some real problems with super subby elements. So yeah, that was the grey noise mix. Let's try to find a one here. This is the brown noise mix. So that one was the brown noise mix. Super bassy, too bassy in my opinion, and just lacking top end and a little bit muddy overall. But you can see with both of these, the subs come up really loud and the music doesn't really play a big role. If we just do a quick switch between them, so kind of look at these mixes a little bit more in depth. Yeah, there's a reason pink noise is the one everybody uses for blending a mix and not the other ones. They're just too bass heavy, and that kind of makes sense because this one doesn't look at anything around 2K. It's just like, no thanks. And this one has a 6 dB slope on the octave, whereas this one's 3 or something like that. Just really interesting to test it out, and I hope that was cool. Just a little experiment to find out what's up. And I was going to try this anyway in my own time, so I thought I'd film a video so you guys could hear the results as well. And if you want me to go more in depth about pink noise mixing, talk about its strengths and weaknesses, talk about the approach that I use and what I'm thinking when I'm doing it, I could totally do that in another video. Just drop me a comment and let me know. If you want to talk more about this one-to-one, so you want me to go through mixing, tutorials, whatever with you, check out my website. I've got offers on there for one-to-one tutorials. Thank you for watching. Till next time, nice one.